Hello and welcome to One India News. And today, in this special episode, we are tackling a topic that resonates with all of us living in Delhi right now, and that is air pollution. As winter rolls in, the capital's air quality is spiraling downwards, putting the health of millions at risk. If I give you a brief about today we are experiencing a temperature of around 32.93 degrees Celsius with a low of 22.05 degrees Celsius and humidity is at 26%. We are already feeling the fog and the smog. To help us unpack this critical issue, we are joined by Dr. Mayank Saxena. He's additional director in the Department of Pulmonology and Sleep Medicine at Fortis Hospital in Noida. Dr. Saxena, welcome to One India News.
Thank you so much.
So, the first question which I would like to ask you is to explain us the primary reasons behind air pollution every time in winters. Many people give different reasons for it. Some say it's because of the stubble burning in neighboring states. Some say it's because of the festive season, the crackers bursting. But in your opinion, in your understanding, what are the primary reasons which cause this air pollution every time in this time period from October to February?
So, rightly said, we are seeing, and every year we are seeing that during this time from October to November, December, the pollution it actually goes up in a very severe state. And
Mm,
moreover, the reasons can be multifactorial. However, we can divide these reasons into two, like natural reasons and man-made reasons.
okay.
Natural reasons, basically, it happens because the air speed it goes drastically down during this period, and which actually causes the cleaning capacity of air to uh, to be very low. So
o-
anything that gets stuck in the air, like pollutants, PM 2.5 or whatever, it gets stuck in the air and it is very difficult for the air to clean out, basically.
mm,
Second thing, amongst the natural reason is the temperature. The temperature goes down a little on a stable side. The humidity content also, it's on a little higher side in the post-monsoon phase. So the pollutant carrying capacity of the air also gets increased basically compared to the dry times and summer
the
times.
summer times,
So
yeah.
yeah, so the anything that gets the air capacity of the air to carry pollution, it actually increases during this time.
Okay.
So these are the actually natural reasons. But
Huh.
however, because this is not only to India, but if this we are seeing in the subcontinent, the temperatures and air quality, like air speed, it is like similar. But why in India, in the northern India, we are facing more of a pollution. One of the now I'm coming on the man-made reasons basically. They are
Mm,
basically due to the parali and stubble burning, the
mm,
vehicular pollution, and
mm.
yes, we are seeing the festivities and all, Diwali crackers and all. So we may see more of a pollution that gets trapped in. But I'll not blame only Diwali to this pollutant and all this. There are multifactorial cause of it. Many of things are preventable, many are not. But still, we are seeing last 10 years back, there was not much of talk about the pollution and all. But in last 10 years, something has happened, and anytime we are seeing more increased pollution in coming days, and these 10 years have been little not so good from the pollution aspect. So there's something
Okay.
man-made factor to pinpoint those factors.
Okay, so there are man-made factors and then there are natural factors, what I understand. So the man-made factors, we can stop that and improve the air quality. Natural factors are natural. Okay, so let's talk about the Graded Response Action Plan, which is also called GRAP. It has been implemented to manage air quality issues. I want to know, in your opinion, how effective has it been, or how effective it is going to be in this winter? Will it make any change? Will it help the people?
Any state measures that are being taken would always be for our benefit only, and we have to follow them as per the state guidelines basically. So I will always say that whatever the state is taking action, we should welcome it, and it should help in curtailing down the pollution to any specific extent. But yes, the things, if we have to see in both the aspects, if we are leaving on the government's part only that okay, government has to pass the instruction, we have to follow it, something should be done from our side also,
Yes.
like during these times, if we have like earlier there used to be odd even or something, we have to just see what we can do from the controlling the
Mm.
vehicular emission aspect. We have to do carpooling. We have to cut down the any construction related things that may be causing more of a suspended particulate matter to be more in the air. Like we are seeing heaps of cement and heaps of all the construction related things that are there. So ultimately, it's a state and the personal responsibility basically from the all aspects. And moreover, we should start controlling the pollution aspect from our side. I think 2 or 1 month ago, 1 month earlier, basically. What
Okay.
happened? We every time we are starting the initiation in November and
Yes.
December
Yes.
or
We
October,
start
late
when we
October.
start facing the issue. Then we
Yes,
start taking the
yes,
measures and precautions,
yes.
not before.
Yes, so plant
Very good
more
point.
trees. So start the things earlier, then actually it's a damage control if we are seeing. So ultimately, it's
Okay.
again the things it's the talk of the thing. Every year we are talking that we have to do this, we have to do that, but ultimately the talk happens in during only when it reaches to the extreme level. So we
Yes.
have to start a little bit early from the state, also from the individual aspect also. So it will be a collective effort from the government and individual aspect or a family aspect so that we can control the pollution in a very effective manner.
Okay, so Dr. Saxena, you are saying that we are actually controlling the damage which is already done. We should be taking the measures before. Okay, we are talking about the government measures. So let's add on to that. The government has introduced several measures like the Green War Room and campaigns like Pradushan Ke Virudh. And there are many NGOs also who work in like cleaning Yamuna and cleaning the air quality of Delhi. Do you believe these initiatives are sufficient to make a significant impact? Because as we were discussing, every year these kind of initiatives are done, but every year we face the same issue. So is it sufficient to uh, get out of this air pollution issue which we are facing in Delhi?
So it is fine. I will not be against it because it is anyway, it is any day for our benefit only. But as I said, I'm little talking about if they can be implemented a little earlier than the usual. Because now, being the pollution is rising, we are talking now. We'll do that. But ultimately, the damage has been done. Now, if you are seeing in during pollution times, we are putting the pollution towers to control pollution and all. But ultimately, what we are doing to control we have to identify the specific areas. Like every year, we are seeing more of the pollution in Delhi NCR, that region, Anand Vihar and all. But
Mm.
what we are doing for that matter, are we able to control in a future aspect? So we have to be little futuristic in our things. And these NGOs and everyone is putting all the efforts, but a little timely effort before the things has happened would always be beneficial, more beneficial.
Sir, finally, I would like to ask you, what message do you want to convey to the policymakers, to those who are taking these initiatives, and also to the citizens regarding the urgent need for a sustainable solution? You were saying that we should be taking measures that which is for long term, not for a shorter period. So, what sustainable measures could be taken to tackle Delhi's pollution?
So importantly, we are already on the verge of implementing all the things. Like we are seeing more of electric vehicles. We are seeing more of government initiative to control like diesel and all the cars should be banned after this much of time duration. More vigilant traffic policing, checking the PUCs, pollution under control and stuff. So it is not that we are not seeing the action. We are seeing action from the government. As I said, from the individual aspect also, it should not be fear of law, but it should be message from within. Like, yes, if my vehicle not get the pollution done, we should be getting the pollution done. Second thing, we should be more pro for the public transport usage or more of a carpooling, or we can, club the population in one transport mechanism and we can reduce the vehicular emission in that matter. Second thing, it strict checks on industries and constructions that are happening these days or even during the period. Now we are seeing more of like green channels that are being created where the construction are there basically there to stop the spread of all the heaps of cement into the air. So the mechanisms are already developing and they are being developed. Just it needs more fairer and more stringent implementation to control the and curb the pollution that happens every year during this time. So as I said, again I'm repeating that the action should start way away from around May or June.
Okay.
Then its results will be seen in November. So
Okay,
I
sir.
think it's help in all the aspects if we start early.
Sir, the last question which I would like to ask you is that as a pulmonologist, what are the three precautionary measures which you want to give to the citizens, which they should be definitely following to keep their respiratory system healthy?
So many a times we are seeing, if I say, find an example, 10 years back, who would thought of having a nebulizer machine or steamer or something like at home? So now the pollution is one of the reason that we are seeing more of a every like kid or every elderly or everyone in a home getting cough that is not even going at this time of time. Any viral infection that is happening, but it is not going. So anytime it is affecting the immunity also, it is affecting our recovery process also. The pollution exposure should be avoided. And there are three things we can do to avoid the pollution. First of all, get N95 mask during these times because it helps in curtailing the exposure to the pollution when you are outside.
Mm.
Second thing is HEPA-based air purifiers. It can be used by the individuals who are having any asthmatic situations or COPD or any respiratory conditions or any
Mm.
other health issues. They will be useful as per appropriate room size. You should be using the air purifier accordingly. Third thing,
Mm.
we may use air purifier and all the things. But what about indoor air pollution? It is most talked about the outdoor air pollution. But indoor air pollution has to be a little thing to be talked about also because many a time this is one of the main factors. So
Mm.
get your chimneys in the house corrected, get your exhaust systems corrected, get your in your house there should be no havans or puja during, especially during these times. Uh, People are more into festivities and all. So and like burning crackers also, I'm not against burning crackers, but at least they, if you're a respiratory patient, avoid around in your vicinity. Like there should be no firecrackers around you. More importantly, every society must designate a place outside their, premises, basically, where
Okay.
they can be burned and where the pollution exposure can be reduced from that aspect. Don't burn cracker within your entry of the premises or in the courtyard or some veranda or something. So just avoid exposure to those crackers also, like fuljhari and these smoke that produces more of a smoke. So I'm not against the crackers, but we should utilize it judiciously in the terms of facilities.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Dr. Mayank Saxena. We value your expertise and valuable information that you have provided us today. The challenges posed by air pollution in Delhi are indeed significant, but with informed strategies and collective action, there is a hope for improvement. It's essential together to take sustainable solutions. Thank you so much, Dr. Saxena, for talking to One India News.